All right, coming up next, a lightweight tilt between the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee, and Charles Oliveira. With 9 UFC bonuses to his credit, here is the Sao Paulo native, Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira, repping Macaco Gold Team, training out of Houston, Texas, and coming up on 20 UFC appearances. Here's a guy, Joe, who debuted with a lot of hype right out of high school. 20 years old, made his UFC debut. It was a good one against Darren Elkins. Has gone on to beat the likes of Hatsu Hiyoki, Jeremy Stevens. No denying the credentials of this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira.
This guy is a devastating Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist. His submissions are incredibly technical, and if you don't know how to keep up with him, he will set you up with one technique while you're defending another.
All right, here is the perennial contender, former world title challenger, the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee, riding high after a recent win over Edson Barboza. The question is, can Kevin Lee put it all together here tonight and leave no shadow of a doubt that he and not anyone else is the #1 UFC lightweight contender?
This guy has tremendous ground technique, and his ability to pass guard and get to a dominant position is elite.
For this, our main event of the evening. So 3 years the gap in age between these two fighters, with similar height and some differences in reach. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 25 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Charles "Du Bronx" Oliveira. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 17 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Kevin "the Motown phenom" Lee.
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
All right, here we go. I am fired up for this fight. It's been a long time coming, and they're finally going to get after it.
You ready?
All right, we are underway here at the home of the UFC, the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. Well, we have seen an increased fluidity and confidence on the feet out of the Motown phenom, Kevin Lee. And let's see how he chooses to approach the early portions of this fight. Is he going to shoot for the early takedown or lean on the hands that have made so many strides over the last several years? All right, first round is underway, and no surprise that his opponent's guard is high. He has done his homework, he has watched film. You know about these powerful overhand punches, a big part of his game plan every time out. We'll see if he can get it going here early in this one.
That's it.
And that will do it.
Great job in getting this fight to the ground quickly and getting an early submission.
Yeah, Joe, we could barely get the fight clock sponsor out, and the submission comes here in round 1. He said he didn't want to waste a lot of time. He knew his opponent would know what was coming. It was going to be takedown attempts in bunches, but he couldn't stop the early shot, and he certainly couldn't stop the submission. So great effort and even better technique here tonight.
And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight. All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 4 seconds in the very first round. For the winner by submission, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira!
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after